Hi guys, episode 4 of the Free for Stee Raid Shadow Legends series. I've got my new microphone now, so hopefully it'll be a lot clearer on the audio. And it also has one of those fuzzy little heads on it, so it should be cutting out some background noise and hopefully my breathing. Now, I've had a question about my plans for uploading schedule. Now, this is just a side project. After work and at the weekend, it's going to be probably every couple of days, 2 to 3 days, probably get a video edited and uploaded. If anything particularly exciting happens, I'll get another video uploaded as an extra just to get it out there so you can all see what's happened. So the last couple of days I've been questioning whether to summon some shards or whether to just carry on saving like I was thinking about the other day. Yesterday I almost pulled the ancient shards just to get some possible champions, but because there was there's the current progressive chance on for some champions, and there's some pretty decent ones in there. One of which I've been wanting for a long time, even on my main account. Let's go and have a look now. So the Stultus, I've wanted him for a while on my main account and never got him when the specific chances were on to get him. Pretty much all of these would be, at this point in time, would be used. Obviously we've already got Wukong, but any others would be useful. Out of the epics, I did go with Burangiri because he is a tank, so I needed a tank champion on the account. Tyrell's really good. I mean, never really used before, so I couldn't really say. But I'm not good at summoning this event anymore anyway, because they have announced that the weekend, to coincide with the summoning events for the fusion, there is apparently going to be a 2x chance on ancient shards. So for anybody who doesn't know what that means, 2x chances on the ancient shards. So if we go into these summon chances, essentially when there's a 2x on, the base rate for the rares, that'll go down, but then the chance of getting epic and legendary will double, so it's 2x chance. So it'll be a 16% chance of an epic and a 1% chance of legendary. So these events are basically your best opportunity with ancient shards to grab some higher rank champions, unless you've saved up a load and they randomly do a guaranteed event for ancients, like they currently have right now for the voids with a Little Miss Annie, where you would need to use 100 void shards, and then on that 100th pull you would get her. And I believe on these guaranteed champions, if you pull her before, if you happen to summon before you reach 100, yeah, so if you might manage to pull randomly Little Miss Annie on your 65th void shard, let's just say, the event will end, so you couldn't then pull another 35 and get a second one. Which there will be some very odd cases where someone will pull 95 void shards and then get her, and it kind of feels like it's being stolen away from you a little bit. Even though you've saved 5 shards, the fact that you've gotten so close, then got the legendary 5 away, which could have then been any other void legendary, and then you then could have pulled the other 5 to then get Little Miss Annie. That's where the bad feeling about it comes from. Well, it's never happened to me personally, but there's got to be situations where that's happened to people in the past. Like I say, I'm going to keep holding on to these ancient shards until the 2x is active at the weekend, and we'll get a nice little video recorded then of what we managed to pull. Hopefully I might be able to get another couple and see if we can get anything nice from that. Like I say, we've still yet to only have that one epic we pulled, Kitus. We did get Shaman the other day from the 7-day login. We are now on day 8, and it's now changed over to Jizor. So in 6 more days time we'll grab him, which with him having provoke could, when we do get to doing Hydra, it could be at least semi-useful for us in that situation. So he'll definitely be getting kept hold of. I did want to talk about this apprentice pack. I'm almost finished it, so tomorrow I'll be finished it because I'll have got the daily challenges again and it'll be done. Now, this was never a thing when I started, so I do like the idea of it, and you do get some nice rewards along the way. I just kind of feel like the paid for version, which is £15 to get the rest of it. It kind of, the way that they show you when you first open it and start playing it, you think because Stag Knight's here, big, you think, oh great, by the time I get to this, I'll get Stag Knight, and Stag Knight is a great champion, especially early. But then you come all the way down here, and if you're new, you might not straight away understand what this means. I've seen these passes obviously all the time on the main, so as soon as I saw him here, I was like, oh, so you have to pay for him then, which I don't know if I'm a fan of, to be fair, especially for a new account, new players. I feel like you'd be better served maybe not having the paid for pass. Maybe get rid of all these and just have it, or just merge them all together. Like, give a new player all of the rewards, let them get Stag Knight, because it'll give them the incentive to carry on playing. They get a nice champion that'll help them progress, and they'll go further in the game. And if you did want to monetize this, then all you do is you just pay to skip it. So instead of just working through it, which is easy because you get 4 weeks essentially to finish this. So you could probably finish this even just doing the daily challenges every day. Never mind like leveling up doing the missions for leveling up Kale or whoever you picked as your starter. But like I said, just give everyone the rewards, and then if someone does want to pay, just make it so that they can just instantly finish it and get Stag Knight on day one of their account and get going with it. It's not difficult. We did hit level 35 and we unlocked the advanced quests due every day, so we can start working through some of these on a daily basis and working our way up here to get these nice rewards. Sometimes there's some iffy missions early on which you might not be able to do, like survive 20 turns against the Demon Lord. I might be able to start doing now on easy. We have hit the point where we just, so for example, we just quick battle easy now, and we did 1.8 million yesterday because we have hit the point where we top chest the easy Demon Lord in one key. So that then, once you've done that once on a difficulty, you can then just tick the quick battle. So then it just runs it in a couple of seconds, saves you sitting there watching it for however long, which in the situation of my Witchwell team on my main account, this on Nightmare it still does, but before the nerf as well, it runs to the end turn limit, so it just runs infinitely. So this, when I first ran it and got my 1 key on Ultra Nightmare, it ran for about, it was probably about half an hour to 40 minutes. But obviously it then unlocked the instant battle. So now on that main account now, it just saves so much time. I just click quick battle, it takes about 10 seconds for it to, figure out what would have happened in the run, and then just tells you how much you did. So we're doing that now on easy. So we've moved up to hitting normal, got a couple of keys in, so we hit the 2.7 million, which got us into this warrior chest. Food wise, to get Wukong to rank 6, this has been slow. It's one of those sort of things that I'm not used to. Obviously on my main account it's so much easier for me to make food because on my main account I'm hitting Nightmare difficulty campaign, so it's really fast in terms of leveling up food. But then at the same time, just like the difference in the resources you get, like gems for example, obviously gems at the minute I'm holding on to for very specific reasons. So obviously the first 800, like I said, we spent on getting Wukong's masteries. Then the second 500 went to unlocking the gem mine. Now I was saving up to potentially upgrade to rank 2 on the gem mine. I did have enough, but then if any new players aren't aware of this, in the market, I believe it's 5 times a month. Every time it resets, there's a chance that there will be an ancient shard in here. So once you've, just say if you have outrageous luck, you log in the morning, there's an ancient shard there, you buy it. An hour later, the shop refreshes, there's another ancient shard there. So that's 2 of your 5 in the month straight away. So once you hit your 5 in that month, there won't be any more ancient shards until the next month, and then the chance it'll start appearing again. So yesterday there was an ancient shard right here in this spot. Now I didn't have these 4 slots unlocked, so I had to spend, I believe it was 50 gems to unlock this slot, and this one was silver. This one was 80 gems and then silver again. So I had to use 130 gems to be able to get this ancient shard. Now, this bottom row, again, I'm not going to touch it unless there's ever an ancient shard there. But it's one of those things, once you have unlocked all these, they're just there forever. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but I just didn't want to, I wasn't buying these slots on purpose until I needed to. And it was just unfortunate timing that it happened when I was going to spend the gems on the gem mine. But again, speaking of gems though, like I say, on the main account, if I really want to level a champion up and I don't currently have the food and I want to level it all up, gems is one of them things that I can just spend willy-nilly on the main account, because I just get them that often from doing events, doing tournaments, the gem mine, and just generic day-to-day build-up from doing the missions and stuff. And I don't really have anything else to spend them on. So if I just want to keep doing energy refills for tournaments and stuff, then it's easy. It's an easy choice for me. But in this situation, I can't do that. So leveling the food is taking a lot longer, so that I can get Wukong to rank 6. Like I say, we've got one finish going to rank 5, so that can go in. We've still got that chicken from the promo code. And then in terms of other food, like we've got 2 other uncommons just sat there waiting. So one of these will go to level 40 and then be fed in just so close to rank 5. It's just a slow process, and having to choose between farming the food, trying to work through your missions, trying to work through the challenges, it's quite tedious in the way that they provide the energy and the pacing of which you use it, because you're then always having to sort of sacrifice one thing or the other. It's like, oh, okay, I'll go and farm some food, but then you've used up all that energy and then you're just sitting in the same spot on these missions. For example, this one, win 5-star or 6-star artifacts from stage 7 or higher, a nice golem. I've probably used about 300 or 400 energy so far, and I'm only at 4 out of 5. Because obviously early on, you're not particularly hitting, so this would be easy if you're here, but you don't get this mission when you're at this point. You get it really early on, when you're sort of only around this point, where I'm at the point where I'm getting 3 to 5-star gear. So the chances of me getting that 5-star gear is low. So it's just taking a long time. It's one of those things, is do I spend the energy hitting ice golem to try and progress in the missions? Because realistically, if I do this, that's done. That's easy enough to do. Stage 7, I can do that. That's it done. That's done. Again, the same sort of thing with the dragon. And again, done. Can do that. Done. Could do that. That's just time. It's one of them. Once you get through these awkward missions, you just fly through some of them. But it's where do you choose to spend the energy on? I think not getting the food done is holding back Wukong rank 6 and doing shed loads more damage. But at the same time, it's using up so much energy to try and do that I can't do anything else really. And again, one of these decisions was that mission that I was on last time, where I needed to do the rank 5 ascension that I screwed up on with KL. This situation wouldn't have happened if I'd, like I said in the last video, if I'd read it properly. So that was one of those choices I was talking about, where do you do it and lose out somewhere else? So I did choose to rank up Dagger to level 5, which then means I've lost a bunch of food taking her to level 5, rather than taking another piece of food to level 5, which would have meant that I was now sitting at 3 out of 5 stars for Wukong. So, but I did choose Dagger because she's been really useful. Like I say, we've booked her out for these debuffs just to improve the chances and the cooldown, so it's happening more often, which has helped tremendously with the Demon Lord and getting that damage higher. Now, in the challenges on the dungeons, we did have a set of these before, where you need to do stage 7 or 8 in a certain potion keep, but doing certain things. So one of them was to do stage 7 or 8, I can't remember which one it was, but you have to either place block debuffs on her or strip her shield from her, which for us was easy because Wukong does that. He does both of those things in one thing. He steals the buffs, and then does block buffs. So that one was easy. Spirit Keep, you have to place heal reduction on her, which we used Kitus. So he did come in helpful, like we said before. So all I did is I just made him survive, like HP, make him survive. All we needed him to get there and do is put this heal reduction on. So we did that. We got to the boss. He put it on straight away, and then we just killed her. That got that mission. So those were done, and then the next step was just doing a high level. It was like stage 10, I think, or something like that. We did that, then we got the Void Shard for finishing that. So now we're at the last stage on the dungeon challenges, which we're not there yet. Especially, so Fire Knight, yeah. Fire Knight stage 8 was, oh, what is this? Halloween, no. Halloween treat. I don't know why they always make it so hard to find the bloody one that you want in here, especially the free one. So free gift. And all the inbox. Multi-battles, some silver, and artifacts just contain 10 artifacts. Oh, rank 5 and 6. This could be nice. It could also be garbage, but let's see what we got. Oh, that is nice. We should be rolling that. Not bad at this stage. Again, you wouldn't really want to attack gloves, because really, if you're doing damage, you should be rolling crit damage or crit rate. But give all for now. Cursed, not bad. Not too bad. Regen, not bad. Nice, not too bad. I think we got quite lucky there. Now we did also get, so for anybody that's never seen these before, these summon pools, they are small events that they do every so often, where there's a very set specific pool of champions that they will put in these Prism Shards. So these change all the time whenever they do in the events. So obviously this time they've themed it around Halloween. Now they did give us in that pack there a free summon. So who would we be wanting from here? I mean, at this point, pretty much anyone really. Theodore, he's really good at soloing content, so he would be good for that. But I don't know whether we'd have the gear from yet, but could work on it. Duchess is just all-round carry. White Queen, she's basically just a support champion. revives. Hefrak, he's a damaged nuker. Rotus, again, he's a single target damaged. Helikath could be useful if we want to do a block damage build of a Demon Lord eventually. Calvalax, never had before, but he sort of enables some fast clears because his passive, he puts each round, he puts 4 poisons on, and then you can have a champion just explode them, and it just wipes everything pretty much. Epics, again, I think at this point we'll be happy with anything really. So let's just go ahead and do it and see what we get. Oh, Magnar. So he's a HP based nuker in Arena, so that's going to be handy to have. So we shall keep him on the pun intended back burner. So Fire Knight, we had the challenge for stage 8. Now this took a few goes, and the team we ended up doing with is this. We basically made it so that Skull Swan and Kitus just survived, and we kind of got lucky with Skull Swan's A1 ability where he has a chance to place extra hits. But what we would do is we'd go to the boss, we would get his shield down initially, but then because of his turn meter being higher at the beginning, he then took a turn. So we managed to work down his shield so he didn't absolutely demolish us straight away. And Skull Swan would then have his A2, his counter attack built up. So once the Fire Knight renewed his shield, hit us, Skull Swan went in and counter attacked, but he an extra hit. So straight away he took off three charges of his shield. Then, if I remember rightly, Kitus came in with his A2, which is a 4 hitter, and basically straight away then the Fire Knight's shield was just gone. Then ran through some damage, got the defense down on, and then Kitus came around again before Fire Knight took a turn again and placed the heal reduction on him. So then when he then took his turn, he didn't heal up, and then just rinsed repeat, got the shield back down again, and these two just smashed out the damage. So we managed to get lucky there and clear stage 8. Started working through the brutal part of the campaign just to see how many stars we can get and grab some rewards, see where we get to, see if we can get high enough to really move away from farming food in hard and getting the better experience higher on from in brutal. Because then as well, say if we get stuck in stage 6 of the campaign, at least we can then be leveling up food in an area which gives us speed gear or even lifesteal gear, whichever really. Just trying to make some more progress. Oh, we did get another card flip off from that. So this event, the Deck of Fate, in this one, you flip cards and you get reward, and then if you match 3 of the same colour, you then get an extra chest, depending on the quality of the card. So, like I say, at the minute, if we get another green chest, you get another reward from this row. If you did it in rare, it would be that row. If you did it in epic, it would be that row. Now, there's only certain amount, so there's only 7 epic cards within that bunch, so the chances of you getting 3 of these in a row is pretty slim, but if you do, 3 extra reward, that's nice. For us, obviously we haven't unlocked the Soul Stones section of the game yet, so the only way we can earn these points is by getting champions from any means necessary. Could be from when you're doing the campaign missions, you just get a champion from that. It could be from the shop, it could be summoning shards. For us, it's been primarily that one. We've been summoning green shards. Sometimes we've hit a rare champion, which will give us a few more points than the rest. And then obviously in this situation with that free summon they've just given us, we've got an epic, so we've got quite a few points there. So we have only got 2 so far, but I reckon we go middle for diddle. And we did get the green one, so we get the extra reward. Energy, nice. I'm not going to complain about that. And we did get the gems as well from the actual card flip, so I'm happy with that. I've had people ask me some questions in the future, things that they would like me to cover. One of them being getting started in Hydra. Now, once he mentioned this, I realised that it's going to be very interesting when we hit Hydra. We might not even be able to start looking at it then, but it'll be interesting to try and start figuring out where we go with an early account if we don't hit lucky with champions, and how you actually start going about it and what you kind of need in the team. So once we get there, that'll be probably a video on its own that we'll do. And another idea one of the guys in the clan had is talking about gear requirements for different champions. For example, with Magnar, he is classed as a nuker in Arena, but he's a HP champion, so initially you would think he's a tank. But his abilities are based off HP, so the more HP you give him, the more damage he's going to do. But for example, with HP champions, historically they've usually not hit too hard. It's usually if you have a conditional thing built in the kit. So for example, in his A2, which is the new, he attacks all enemies in this conditional way, places an extra hit on enemies without HP burns. So all you do on him is you just build him straight HP, crit rate, and then crit damage. And then because then you don't build a team with HP burns in it, so nothing's landing, and then he gets his conditional hit and double hits, and it just absolutely smacks people. And then because he's built with HP as well, he's harder to kill. So for a lot of nukers that are attack based, they're not very tanky, so they don't survive very long. If the enemy takes a turn in Arena, usually your attack nukers are dead. But in the case of Magnar, because he's built so high in HP, he survives a lot better. So it's an option early on, all the way through to later on for a lot of people. Like even in gold ranks of Arena, you still see people like Magnar being used, and sometimes it throws you off a bit because you don't quite kill them, then he gets a turn and then he just demolishes you. If anybody has any other questions or topics that they would like explaining on in another video or anything like that, I can certainly do that to as much as I know anyway. I'm by no means an endgame player in the terms of like high PvP, high Hydra. I almost sounded like Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra.
Hail Hydra!
But yeah, I'll do whatever I can to explain things for anybody that they're not quite sure on how things work, and can put them in future videos, get topics and discussions on them. But if you do want anything a bit earlier, then just let me know in the comments. So I'm going to wrap this one up here. And I thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.